You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Welcome, listeners, to Cinema Z, a film discussion and review podcast on BQN. We're here to showcase the films you probably missed, but should definitely check out. From independent and obscure to art house and absurd, each episode will gather, perhaps cocktail in hand, to discuss it all. I'm your host, Mark, and with me today are Matt, Amy, and Najaf. Special guest, Najaf, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Honestly, listeners, when Amy suggested this film, we started working on it together, like the script and everything. And I just thought, okay, we really should actually have somebody from that region of the world represented in this podcast. So I reached out to my friend Najaf, and she jumped at the chance because she actually likes the film. So awesome.
I do. I love it, and it is actually a Bollywood movie, and I'm a big fan of. I grew up watching Bollywood, and that movie did resonated a lot with me and bunch of kids, believe me. So yeah, I'm in for it.
Awesome. And Amy, Matt, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited. I think I've been bugging you for a while because you put out, let us know if you have a film you want us to cover. And I'm like, yes, this one, Three Idiots. Okay, are we going to cover it? When are you covering it? And it was like almost every month I kept poking at you. And now here we are, finally.
It's true.
Finally.
Yeah. I'm doing fine and dandy like sour candy. I am... I can't even take credit for that. That's from Ned Flanders. But yeah, no, I'm doing really good. I found the movie very interesting. I have some thoughts, some cinematic.
That's for later. We'll get into it.
I know. I can't. Okay.
He's like all into it. He's like, let me just peek.
Well, guys, am I the only one with a cocktail tonight, or did everybody else bring a cocktail? What do we got?
Oh
my God, Amy, yours is amazing.
All right. Well, I have started my own concoction. I have been developing my bar and what I have there. So this is a little peach cranberry lime juice martini.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah,
God,
delicious.
That sounds amazing.
Delicious.
Oh, you guys, that is so good. Just if you need a good cocktail, just come over to my place. I just sort of mix them up. There's not really any name, but I love all my cocktails that I make.
That's cool.
Okay, so my drink is non-alcoholic. It's just a chai, a regular Pakistani chai, which is made with black tea and milk and some sugar and some cinnamon and some saffron and some few more things. And that's it. And it's delicious, and it makes me remind my mother. So that's it.
Oh.
But you might be indulging in something else.
Oh yeah. Just getting high. That's it. Just a little bit vibes. Just a little bit, a hint of it.
I respect it. I pretty much took whatever was in the refrigerator. So.
Wait a minute. You didn't stop at the grocery or at the convenience store on the way home and just search and grab a cooler or what's going on, Matt?
I know. That's normally my thing. I just didn't have any time. I'm also really trying to save money. So I just took whatever was in the house. There's some apple cider and there's some vodka here.
Oh.
So,
there you go. You got vodka. So you got it.
So I always try to be on theme.
yes.
And I'm calling this my own thing because I kind of came up with my own thing. But I love a good Mai Tai, but a Mai Tai is typically made with pineapple juice, right? And so I'm calling this Mumbai Mai Tai because I used mango juice instead.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow.
So a little Indian flavor there with my Mai Tai.
Well,
I
cheers.
can see that. Why you did that? I can see that.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Well, Now showing this segment, let's go around the group here and see what everybody's been checking out. You guys seen any other movies lately? Anything coming up that you're interested in?
I have also watched another Bollywood movie, as I told you, I'm a big Bollywood fan. And it was like same kind of thing. And it was very good.
What was the name of it?
12th Fail. And it was a story about a boy who cheated on his exam and got motivated somewhere, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna pass this without cheating, and he did, and he become like a big DSP in his it was a great movie.
12th
Yeah,
Fail?
sorry. 12th Fail on Hulu.
Oh,
Yeah.
12th Fail. Okay.
12th Fail. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to see it. Origin,
Oh, yeah, I've
yeah.
heard good things.
directed by Ava DuVernay. I just keep seeing people keep sharing the reactions, close friends, just keep sharing the reactions on social media after they watch it, and I'm like, okay, I got to get on the train. I got to go. So Origin, I am
Yeah.
going to go see.
Well, if we're going to cheat like that, the one that I do want to see, The Color Purple. That's
Oh.
definitely calling my name.
Bring tissue. I'm telling you right now. Bring
Oh.
some tissue. It's beautiful. It's good. Some moments are just oh my
So
god.
you've seen it? Like, so
Yeah.
I'm worried about, because, you know, I know the
Whoopi
what's her
Goldberg.
bucket? Yeah, and Oprah. You know,
Yeah.
I know that version.
Right. I mean,
And it looks so different. I'm like, why are they even calling this the same name?
I think what it is that, you know, whenever they take a movie and turn it into a musical, I think there's always that extra element of the music that I know you kind of have to understand that it brings some sort of, not levity, I don't want to say levity, but it just brings a different flavor and a different tone to the world. So when I went to see The Color Purple, I kind of went in knowing that was gonna happen, and there was gonna be a different tone. So I would say if you go in with that, you'll be okay. I think Fantasia makes her character her own, and what's her name? She was I think
Orange
she was
is the New Black.
Yes, what's her name?
I don't
my
know.
god!
Orange is the New Black chick. I don't.
But I think she's been nominated for an Oscar. Has she been nominated? I think so.
You know, she flips houses now. She has an HGTV show or something, or a Netflix show where she flips houses.
Get out of here!
Swear to God,
Really?
not making it up.
Oh wow.
But
It's it's done in a day. It's like extreme home reno in a day. Like the family leaves the house in the morning at 7 a.m. and by the time they come home at 7 p.m., the house has been completely gutted and renovated and whatever.
Oh, I want to hire them now.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, she plays Oprah Winfrey's character from the film version directed by Steven Spielberg, and she's phenomenal, and she deserves all the accolades that she's getting right now. I'm so happy for her. But I say all that to say, Amy, I think you're going to enjoy it, but bring tissue.
Okay.
Well, I am very much enthused, and I thought I was going to see it before we recorded this, but I haven't watched it yet. But I'm very enthused. This weekend, I'm going to check out Saltburn.
Oh.
Oh my god, Saltburn! Oh my god!
I am so interested. It's supposed to
I
like.
watched it, and at
You
the
saw it?
end, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you should watch." Oh my
So,
god!
like, I know that it's a like LGBT film, and it's on Amazon, right? But I got recommended the film from a bunch of my film buff friends on BlueSky that had suggested it and said that they loved it. And these are like straight men saying that it was great and the reasons they were listening.
Because
it's a psychological thriller and it's really dark, right?
Yeah, and it is LGBTQ plus, but they have a bunch of scenes of straight things doing very, very nasty things, like very nasty things, like very nasty. When I saw, I was like, "Ooh, okay, they got it. Yeah, you're gonna love it."
She knows me. Listeners, she knows me.
I do.
I am gonna love it.
You are gonna love it.
All right.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but yeah, what a movie.
Well, we did get some feedback this week. Matt, do you want to read the feedback?
Bloop. So, from at Carson at BlueSky, this is their commentary. So, I just finished the book, jumped into the podcast. The tidbit about Dolly is new and hilarious. Great episode. The discourse on colonialism and the choice of actor for Paul and House Trades is encouraging. People just continue to love the Dune. The Duneverse, as I like to say. People love entering our Duneverse.
Oh, and they're going to enter again because there'll be a part 2.
That's right. I'm
Yeah.
so
Right.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for part 2.
We'll have to make it even bigger, and we'll have to whip out our sandworms.
Listeners, we are not here to kink shame.
If you like
We're not.
sandworms,
If you like sandworms, then like those sandworms
Mhm.
with
if you're
all of
into
those
some things,
teeth.
you are into something.
yeah. On that note, Miss Amy Nelson, would you like to take over and just tell us about what we're going to be watching today?
Oh my gosh, listeners, please either listen to this discussion and then go watch the film, or go watch the film and then listen to us. Like this, you need to watch Three Idiots. It came out Christmas of 2009. Indian Hindu language coming of age comedy drama film, written and edited and directed. Najaf, can you help me with names?
Yes, the name is Rajkumar Hirani.
Oh, see, this is
This is why
takes
she's
a
here.
village, people. Takes a village.
Thank you.
Rajkumar.
So, listen, this film goes about with these four guys in university, and three of them, they all promise to like meet together and show who's going to be most successful. And so they're going out to find this friend named Rancho. And so it's this story, this coming of age, and them finding their true selves and what is happiness type of story. So I absolutely love it. I was told to see this movie because I'd never even heard of this. This might be my second Bollywood film that I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely loved it. So please go watch this. So I'm interested, Najaf, when did you first watch it, and what was your reaction when you first saw it?
Okay, I was actually from the school. I was going to college and I was choosing subjects, and my parents were again, you have to get science, you have to go into physics. Chemistry, physics is the only option you got. I got double math. I had like 2 books of math. I was like, okay, I got it. So when this movie came out and the board exams, our culture and our education system is very tough. Like if you are below 90%, you are nothing. Like nobody cares about you. What are you? You are in like 99%. Go do whatever. Like you are nothing. So it's very hard. You have to get grades, and grades again in this movie, grades are the main things. Nobody goes for knowledge. Nobody wants to learn. They just want to get the grades. Like the guy who was, and I forgot the name.
Uh-oh.
Chatur. Chatur. I hate that guy. Chatur. Like Chatur. Like everyone is just want to remind, like just learn everything. And so yeah, when I watched it, and our parents also watched it, didn't do anything for them. They were like, yeah, it's just a movie, it's okay. But it is a bitter truth of our society. So, and I have watched it like 100 times now. At this point, I love it, and I have watched it like infinite times. So yeah.
Your parents had a conversation like, why did we let her watch this? Whose idea was it to let her watch this?
No, not even that. They say they are okay. Oh, you want to watch a movie? Go watch a movie, but your grades has to be 94. It can be either movie. They don't care.
Oh
They
my
don't care.
goodness. Matt, tell us what you were thinking.
Oh man, I mean, I think for one thing, just in regards to just grades being in the above 90 percentile, and how people are going not for knowledge, not because they kind of want to go, but it's almost like it's a form of currency. right?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the character that has a sick father,
Raju.
Raju. Oh my God. Oh, Raju. But I think for me, there was very, I mean, it's very much a coming of age story. There's a lot of joy out of this. There's also a lot of pain as well. There are some moments where, I mean, I'm going to try not to go into it too much, but the moment where they're playing with the drone and the drone is going, the
Oh my
camera's going to
God.
different people's, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
different dorm rooms.
Didn't
And
see
then it goes
that
to the,
coming.
I didn't
I
see that coming
know.
either.
I know.
Because I think up until that point, it was kind of like it was a
Jolie.
fun, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
a fun piece, and then we see that student that hung himself, and I was like, oh my God! But I appreciate the switch in tone in terms of the storytelling. I appreciate the honesty
Mm-hmm.
in the storytelling, and I think that's what resonated with me the most is the honesty in the story and the truth. There's more things that I'm going to say, but I'm going to save them.
Yeah. So this movie did have subtitles. So listeners, please be aware of that unless you speak the language, which I do not. But Mark, how did you like the movie? And are you used to watching movies with subtitles?
Yeah, well, I'm more like I've seen more French foreign films and maybe some Spanish, but mostly French. I watch a lot of French foreign films. I've seen a couple, 2 or 3 Bollywood films over the years. When I lived out west, I briefly dated somebody from India, and so he would watch Bollywood films, get up and actually do the dances and stuff. It was very cute. He was in great shape. Anyway, why did I say that? I don't.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, anyway, Amy, when you recommended this film, I hadn't remembered, but actually, Najaf's husband Raza had actually recommended it to me probably 10 years ago, multiple times.
Wow.
And multiple times I didn't watch it then. And multiple times you recommended it and I didn't watch it now. And now finally I watched it. To me, my initial reaction to the film was it was kind of like a salad because there's a little bit of like some tomatoes over here, which is very different from the lettuce, which they threw on some some nuts on it too, but then a little bit of fruit, but then there's a dressing that's a little tanginess, and it's like kind of a salad. There's just a whole bunch of stuff on here that's all very different, and it was alien to me. Like I
It
didn't
was a
know what I
nice,
was watching.
it was a nice tossed salad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we love a tossed salad, don't we, Matt Jennings?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. We do.
Um, so I liked it, but I spent I would say my first viewing being really kind of confused and trying to figure everything out because I'm trying to figure out what type of film it is, what is happening, reading the subtitles, getting to know the characters, but yet I don't remember anybody's name. So the entire experience for me was unlike probably many other films that I've watched. Like I rewatched a lot of it today, not all of it, but I rewatched a lot of it today, and I was like, okay, I get it now. I understand what's happening. I got the beats. I understand, and so I think the second viewing was, I think, better, but like I was also able to process sort of what I saw yesterday, and yeah, I enjoyed it. There's very few films I don't enjoy. I definitely enjoyed this one.
Oh, good. So we're going to go through sort of first like the characters, the 3 sort of main characters and the fears that the characters represent and how we can overcome them. But this film offers more than that. It gives us like some life lessons that we're going to talk about and some societal issues. So we're sort of going to really deep dive into this film that I think if you just sort of watched, it's just a nice film, but there's so much more. There's so much meat to this film. So guys, I'd like to know, what did you think of Farhan? Now, Farhan is the guy whose parents were like, you are going to be an engineer. But he had a real talent for capturing wildlife. He wanted to be a wildlife photographer. So this is the character who we meet. So Najaf, let's start with you. What were your thoughts on Farhan and his character development through the film?
I actually love Farhan. Like, he was that guy, he was the only child. His parents did everything for him to be comfortable so he can literally achieve those 100% marks and my accent and become an engineer. And he just have a natural talent of being a photographer, and he just loves being taking pictures, and it just comes to him naturally. But his father doesn't understand it, and it's very common. Like, for us, there are like only four professions out there. You can be either doctor or engineer or a lawyer or maybe a nobody. Like, they don't even recognize you. So when his father said that I actually put AC in his room so that he can study whole night and everything, I felt that our parents do that. They do actually sleep in summer so that we can actually study for our exams. So I understand their perspective also, but I also understand where Farhan was coming from. But when Rancho was just being, yeah, it's okay, I know like Rancho was fearless, but Farhan cannot be as fearless as Rancho. And of course, Raju was very different from Farhan, but Farhan is like a middle class who's like, okay, I do need to get this done. But in the end, when he changes, when he sent that letter, and when he get that photography thing going on and everything, and he becomes successful, and his father is like, I know for sure that his father still would be like, he could be an engineer. He could have been an engineer, but he just chose to be a photographer.
Mm.
No, our parents do the same. So I understand both sides, and I don't find it wrong. So yeah.
Mm. So Matt, like Farhan's character really shows us like these external expectations that we put upon ourselves or that others put upon ourselves. Like it was sort of a mix. Obviously his parents had this, you are going to do this. But what courage it took for him to just sort of stand up. Like what did you think about those external expectations coming weighing him down? Like that was his fear.
I think I probably, on some level, definitely identified with Farhan's journey the most. I mean, because he's a photographer, he's an artist, I'm an actor, and I have a lot of moments where I'm questioning, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I can't stop doing this. I can't help myself. But why am I doing this? And so Rancho encourages Farhan to more or less do what he loves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, just constantly seeing that be a theme throughout the movie was something that was very encouraging for me. And I guess I wasn't expecting that message, but maybe it's just meeting me where I am right now personally. So I identify with that very much, and I love that. Also, I look at his parents, and on one hand, I think that they were doing the best that they knew how to do, and to give him all the resources that they could to help him succeed in the best way that they knew how. I also think, looking at the relationship that he had with his parents in regards to his art, I feel like I was very, very blessed, very lucky to have the parents that I had that were actually just very encouraging when it
Supportive.
came to what I love to do. So there's a lot there that I personally identified with.
Yeah. Mark, what did you think about Farhan and how he was able to just sort of make the switch to stand up to his dad? Like that conversation, like Rancho was like, speak from your heart, your truth, because that's the only thing that's going to influence your father.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it takes that influence of somebody that you trust, somebody that you admire, to really maybe bring out something in yourself that was already there. Like the seed was there. It's just Rancho sort of watered it so that he could, flourish. But he was already, at his core, like that's who he was. But, I could relate to that, to his character a lot, actually, because when I was thinking back on my own life, like my parents were both teachers at one point or another. Like my father was an English teacher, and my mother also taught school. And growing up, like it was very important that I get really good grades, which I really didn't. So my dad was angry at me a lot, but like I remember feeling that pressure not only for education, but then when it came to like my sexuality, like, okay, this is who you need to be. You don't, act like that. People are going to think you're this other way, blah, blah, blah. And being around once I got into college and I'm around other people with different lifestyles and what have you, different ways of thinking, that gave me the opportunity to just come into my own, like what happened with Farhan. Yeah.
Matthew, talk to us about Raju. I loved his introduction when we went to his place for the first time, and it turned black
his
and
dorm?
white, and the
Oh,
Nor.
that. Yeah. I was thinking about his dorm when he's like, I guess I'm assuming he's praying.
Oh, yeah.
And this is something that I wanted to comment on. When we go to his parents' house or his home for the first time and everything is in black and white, I think cinematically I just appreciated the choice.
Beautiful.
It was just a very bold choice to, I guess, have the film up until this point is pretty much set in the real world. Have we had a Bollywood number yet at that point? I don't remember. But
yeah, I can't
everything
remember. But there was some like cheesy sound effects. But
Yeah.
it was
It was like sad
normal.
sound effects.
It was more or less right. It was more or less pretty much just a normal, everyday slice of life tone. And then we switch it and we go into like black and white. And I don't know. I appreciate it was jarring at first, but I was like, this is actually really cool and really interesting. And it's kind of it's very informative, stylized way to kind of tell the tone of what it's like to live in his parents' house. And I think that's really cool. And you don't see a lot of movies just saying, you know what, we're going to do this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it was actually, they were trying to make it sad, but like sad funny. Because when they black and whited and when they played the music, it was like old Bollywood music from 70s. It was like it was supposed to be funny. Like you would be giggling that that this is a very serious scene, but he is embarrassed in front of his friends, and you're like, oh my God, he's gonna get embarrassed because poor mother or poor father gonna do something very casually in their home. So yeah, and I think it was like twice whenever they shot their house, whenever they shoot it in Raju's house, it went black and white with the sad music. Yeah, even in the hospital, when Raju jumped, even in the hospital, it went black and white. Yeah,
they stuck to it and they like established that this is what it is.
Raju is black and white.
I loved it.
So Raju's fear, I feel, for his character is fear of the future, because he was so worried about his father and his mother and his sister. Like it was sort of preventing him. There was a conversation between him and Rancho. He's like, I love engineering, so how come I'm not as successful as you are? And he's like, because you are afraid of the future. So Najaf, how did Raju's character speak to you, or talk to me about Raju?
Again, like we were talking about it earlier, like that Raju is the guy who just wants to get it done and be there at the end, doesn't want to learn anything, doesn't want to grab the knowledge, but he just wants to just pass the exam, get the job, get the money, and solve his life problems, because he has so many life problems. His sister is sitting because of the dowry. Dowry is a very big thing in India. It is a very serious matter. And then his father is sick. There is no money coming in the house. They are poor as hell. And Raju just sees that. Raju doesn't see beyond that. The Raju world is very small. And he's like, Chatur is like, when he changes his room in the hostel, when he was like, okay, I'm going to Chatur's room, I don't want to be here because I don't want knowledge, I just want to learn, memorize it and paste it, like copy paste it. I don't want to learn it. But at the end, like, of course, Rancho effect was there at the end when he understood that, oh yeah, like, of course there is something I need to learn, because he saw Rancho so many times doing out of the box things. So that's it. Raju was any other guy for me, to be honest. Any other guy, just a poor guy. Sorry.
Yeah,
no offense to Raju.
Yeah,
No offense
Raju's
to Raju.
character is, I mean, because we mentioned like with the drone, and we saw the suicide there for Joy.
For Joy.
Yeah, but we have Raju on the brink and tries to commit suicide. Like
Ugh.
this story, Mark, is so full of darkness, and we can see a glimpse of why someone would consider it through Raju.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they definitely set it up a little bit. Was it Raju close to the beginning of the movie that is speaking to the professor? The professor. I'm just going to call the professor Virus
Virus.
because I have strong feelings. But was it Raju that was saying the statistic at the beginning about the amount of students or youth that commit suicide? Was that him that was saying
No.
that at the beginning?
No,
that was
it was
Rancho.
Rancho. It was
Rancho.
Rancho.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rancho.
Because that one student, the guitar player,
Joy.
he took his own life at the beginning. Yeah.
And that scene was like very cruel. The Professor Virus literally phoned his father out of no. I was like, dude, this guy is a hater. Like 32 years of being principal, and you do this pity thing. He just calls up his father and says, no, he's not graduating, and bye. That was so rude. Like if my professor has done it, I would have killed him or something. He had no place to do that, but he still did it.
It was so
that
cruel.
was a lot for a Virus character. It was so cruel.
Virus is pure evil.
I think
Virus is just evil.
The four of us, I think it's safe to say, are all kind of anti-virus.
Virus.
I'm anti-virus. That's
anti-virus.
Oh, what a good jest.
Yeah.
And so for the third character who I feel we have this fear that we can learn to overcome is Chatur, who he is just totally focused on getting the grade, getting the money, and it's like he doesn't even care how. He is just going to memorize and regurgitate, but not understand. And it's like, and you see, like I feel with his character in this movie, like there are people like that are successful.
Yeah.
I mean, he was successful monetarily.
Yeah, he's very successful, but I think we can all agree not happy.
No.
Because
he still wanted.
He was happy. Like in his character, he's like, I am mean, I don't care. I have no compassion for other, and that's how I am.
Yeah.
I think it was like this.
He was so desperate, and I think he had something to prove, and that drove him to the point of scratching on the building 5 year. Oh God, it was year 5.
The tower, 5 Feb something,
and then, and then committing to it, which on one hand it's like, yeah, bitch, you did that, but like on the other hand, it's like you needed this so bad. You needed that,
and he proved
so
it.
Bad. It's a little disturbing because I kind of know some people like that, where I look at some of them, and some of them are students, and I'm looking at what they're studying, and it's not, not that they might not have a passion for what they're studying, but when I ask them genuinely, like, what got you into this? Like, oh, I just want to make some money, and this is how I'm going to do it. And I'm like, oh, and I can't do that and have that be the majority of my life, But some people, they can do it, and that is no shade to anybody out there that wants to hustle and do it that way. I can't, though.
Well, this movie does give us a lot of life lessons. One that I just really rejoiced there were so many, but one that I rejoiced as a teacher, like knowledge is everywhere. Like at the beginning, we learn how Rancho really is Rancho. He took over because he was so curious to learn. And he would like just dress up in the uniform and then go to class. Like he snuck into school. Oh my gosh. If I could only have my students grab that curiosity and desire for learning, for all my students, like learning is a goal that everyone should have, because that's a goal in and of itself. You don't do it for another reason. Like learning is the goal. What happens after is the side effect. of learning.
So true.
Learning should be the main goal. And I feel that this movie over and over and over does that. Like, get the understanding, learn how it works. Like when Rancho, oh my gosh, asked when the virus says, what is a machine? And a machine is what makes your life easier. I said, well, that's too simple. And then he comes back and he explains that he forgot. Well, I don't know. What was it? Do you remember his notebook or something? And he gives this terrible, lengthy, answer. And he's like, what are you saying? Well, I'm saying I need to pick this up because I left it. Well, why didn't you just say that in simpler terms? He's like, well, I tried, but it didn't work with you. But I loved the idea of learning for learning's sake and that being the end goal. Like, that's my life lesson from this movie. What about you guys?
I have so many feelings. I mean, obviously there is the theme about following your passion. Rancho has a way of looking at life that is, I don't know. There's a freedom that I just admire, and an attentiveness that he takes to each of his friends. I think there are really people, we all have someone that's kind of like that, and thank God for those people. I'll form my thoughts better later.
No, I agree with you because like his perspective and how he views a solution or like an answer is so unique and brilliant because 99% of the population would not have thought that way. Like it's that unique and that creativity that really sets him apart. I like that.
Oh, I got it. It's the simplicity.
But it actually, because when we see his background, like Raju and Farhan, he doesn't have parents. He doesn't have the pressure. Nobody is actually pressuring him. Nobody is telling him what he wants to be. He is the one telling himself or just watching around and learning, okay, this is what I want to be. And the guy, the original Ranchor Das asked him to get the degree for his son. He was like, yeah, I would love to do that. Because he can do it, nobody is asking him to do it. But on the other hand, everyone is going through the pressure and the mental health torture because their parents, their circumstances is asking them to. So that's why he's thinking out of the box, and everybody is stuck in the box. So that's why his character has that thing that, yeah, if I get out of the university, it's okay, nobody cares. If I stay, I stay. If I don't, I don't. But others cannot do that.
I think there's an important theme in this movie of like knowing your own worth and your own value and not measuring yourself up to somebody else's standards. Definitely something that, I think we can all take away from this movie. Because, when you're under the pressure, like you were saying, of like the parents coming down on you, and maybe friends, colleagues, other students are like telling you, there's all these external forces saying you need to be this, right? But if you, I guess, look inward at yourself, you can really choose to be the person you want to be, which is what Rancho does. I think he's the only one consistently through the film that's just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. It starts right at the beginning when there's that weird hazing. This movie was so weird to me. Did I mention that? It's so weird. But there's that whole hazing thing at the beginning, and I'm like, what are they all doing? They're all taking their clothes off. And anyway.
So that's ragging. That's actually equivalent of bullying. So like when new students come in, we all go through this, to be honest. The first year student has to go. Not like that,
okay.
but ragging. Not like that, but ragging does happen in universities. The first year student does face some bullying, some pranks. Somebody will tell them different location for their classes. Somebody will not guide them properly and make fun of them. They showed us like the extreme level. They just showed us that boys does that, but ragging does happen in universities for the first year students. So they all are just getting bullied by the seniors. And Rancho doesn't care. Rancho is like, okay, I'm going to show you.
And they're not going to mess with him. He's not going to bend. He's not going to drop his pants.
He's not gonna, yeah.
It was
He's
very
like, I
frat
don't care.
housey.
Yeah.
Very frat housey. It was like, I've seen films like this before.
Oh, we've all seen films, but they usually end quite differently, Matt.
Yes, very differently.
So yeah, that's that. And when he did that trick, it also comes in the electricity trick,
Mhm.
where he makes that thing and the senior peed on it and he got electrified. I was like, oh my god, I love it. I love it.
That was fun.
But
That was funny.
that was really funny. I was like, do that to your seniors. And seniors are mean. And we all do that. We are not proud of it. Not everyone does it, but there are seniors who does that.
So, Mark, going back to your point when you're talking about your self-worth and like, don't be judging yourself to others. Like, I really feel Chatur, his entire
Oh my god.
existence was based on him doing better than Rancho. And I'm just like, why? Just be happy for you. Like that comparison and having this hierarchy of I'm better than you, that comes from a place of low self-esteem, low confidence.
Mhm.
Who does that we're going to meet in 10 years and then compare dick sizes?
Yeah.
Like, essentially, that's what they're doing.
Exactly.
And look at my car, and look at my house, and this is my wife, and she's got big tits, and whatever. I don't think that was in there, but
it was on
Show
and
off.
on. Yeah.
It was very
Yeah, sure.
masturbatory.
what the fuck?
Mhm. Well, Najaf, what did you learn? Give us a life lesson that you enjoy.
I actually agree with you. The only lesson, if we want to take anything from this movie, being desi, I just watch movies for movies. But yes, the learning thing. If you learn things, you grab the knowledge instead of going for grades, you actually be successful. Like not just money wise, but you will be succeed in so many other on so many other levels. But I just agree with you that learning is the thing, or I will get back to you. So I'm just getting high.
Yay!
I'm just getting high.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
going to use that in the trailer.
Yes, we are.
No, but that is such a good point. And I've really thought about this. Like, don't chase your success, chase excellence, and success will follow.
He said that. Yeah.
And
he said that.
yeah, it came in the movie. And I'm just like, okay, find your passion.
Bingo.
And they said, make your passion your profession. And I'm like, okay. Like, I
Yeah.
love teaching, but there's no way I'm going to be successful. Okay, monetarily successful. I feel that I have been very successful as a teacher in the relationships that I develop with my students. But yeah, it's hard to say what is success versus what is happiness. And like as a teacher, I wish that I could be a millionaire making lots of money like football
should be.
players.
You
but
should
I
be.
You should
can't.
be.
The work
But
that you
that's
do,
where
you
my-
should be.
Yeah, thank you. But that's where my
Yeah.
passion is. So I just have to accept my pay. But in the end, I really am happy, but I'm not happy because I don't have all the things that I want. It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough. Yeah. But on the other hand, if you see, but you don't have that mental torture because you are also doing it for your passion. You love teaching kids, you love doing it. When you're doing it, you're happy. It's not making a lot of money. I agree. You're not getting Gucci. I got it. But you're happy. You are not depressed. You're not going to work like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, you're not going to do that. You will still be happy. But the people like Chatur, they're like, after
Mm.
10 years, they'll be like going back and forth 9 to 5. They will be fucked. They'll be like,
Mhm.
okay, now what to do after 50 years of life? They have no passion, they have no happiness left in them. They haven't learned anything, so they don't know what to do. So there it comes to that.
I think it's so true. I mean, I think there's something to be said about loving what you do and almost, I don't want to say toxic relationship. I think that's a negative way to put a spin on it. But you can't help but to love it, and you can't help but to do it every day, no matter what you're getting from it. If you're getting a lot back from it, if you're getting a little bit from it in terms of the way that others view success, at the end of the day, if you just can't help but do it, then that's kind of what you're supposed to be doing.
I do want to give a little bit of pushback to the conversation, just like from my own personal belief. It's like not everybody, in my mind, like I don't think everybody can do what they're passionate about or do what they love to do or do what their
Yeah.
dream is. Like, because then we
Not
wouldn't have.
everyone has that liberty.
We also wouldn't have anybody. We wouldn't have any janitors, or probably not. We need people to clean the toilets. We need people to clean the streets. We need people to take the trash. We need, you know what I mean? Like, and not even just that, but like we need people to, do X, Y, and
To
Z
run
service.
to run things, yeah.
Yeah, like you don't want to necessarily bag groceries for them, whatever. But my thought, and this is what I was getting back to, is that when you're in a position that maybe not necessarily you're passionate about, you have to look for creative ways to find what you are passionate about and bring it to that. So bring a little sparkle to bagging groceries, bring a little sparkle to, cleaning the floors at the local gym. Like whatever it is that is your profession, find what something you love in your life and bring it to that, because that will make you good at that thing. So that's my, I don't know, soapbox in my life advice, because I try to do that in my life. Like with my particular job, do I love what I do? No, I don't. Do I hate it? No, I don't. It's fine.
Actually, like most of the people will say they are not happy for what they do. It's just a movie which told us that
Yeah.
they got to do what they wanted to do, but not every life ends in a happy ending.
No, but again, like with my life, like I try to take things that I'm passionate about and bring that to my work, which makes work a little bit more exciting, a little more fun, a little more interesting, a little more creative, and and that's, I don't know, that's where I was going.
No, I completely agree with you. And if you can bring that passion with you to your work or, to wherever, like it's like this little package of joy
Mm.
wrapped up in your passion. And I've had students with my passion of Star Trek and podcasting, and, like it comes with me when I'm in the classroom. And when I had my classroom all set up in Star Trek, and kids are like, Miss, you really love it so much. And I said, I do. And I hope that you can find a passion in your life where you can just immerse yourself, forget about the world, find what you love. And then when you find like-minded people like that, like
Mm.
I've found my people, because that's passionate people attract passionate people.
Mm.
Like it's this increase of life and happiness.
And I have to say, bouncing off of that as well, is that when you bring that passion to a place that maybe you're passionless about, in terms of finding like-minded people, people will notice how passionate you are about that thing, whatever it is. Even if you're not in the place that you want to be, people will notice that passion, and you never notice who's watching, who might want to try to help you out, or who might just notice you and say, hey, you know what, I thought of you today, here, take a look at this thing. Or, you know what, I mentioned your name to so-and-so because I thought of you when I heard about this. And you get people like that. I have that at my job, and I'm very thankful for those people. But yeah, once you bring that out, once you share that, it becomes very attractive. People gravitate towards it.
We have talked about suicide, which we see one successful attempt, and I hate using that word successful, and one unsuccessful attempt. So there's this statistic that, like we said, Rancho says at the beginning, of the pressure and how people feel that they just can't live up to the pressure, especially in university when there's so much riding on good grades, good behavior, and I, as a teacher, I taught at a career and technical academy where these kids are expected to go to college. And I had quite a few of my students were like, we have to not only get 4.0, like it's 4.8 because they're in honors and AP classes. They have to be in all of those. They have to be in extracurricular activities. They have to have some kind of talent. They should be working. They should have some kind of sport or music talent, like so many things. And they're like, colleges are expecting this of these high school students. And I hear this over and over. And we see it in this movie. And when we saw Joy and on the wall, he just wrote, "I quit." That was heartbreaking. It was torture when I saw that. One thing that I noticed when he said Rancho was talking to Virus and was like, it's amazing. Like in physics, we can measure air pressure. We can measure, all these different types of pressure, but we still have not figured out how to measure the mental pressure and the effects on the body. I thought, man, that's a huge area that we need to discuss.
But he was really biting at that point. Like the knife was going into Virus's back, and he was sort of twisting it. And I was like, "Hell yeah, get him!
Yeah,
Go get him!"
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. And when the Joy suicide happened and they all saw it and they are standing at his funeral, and when he tell him that you are the murderer, and the look at the Virus face is like, whatever you were saying is like, I don't really care about it. And then when he confronts him and everything goes down, and we saw Virus doesn't really care about Joy or anyone who did suicide. He had no empathy. He had not even a 0.1% of something that he did something wrong. No, he was like, yeah, I don't care. He suicided. He was a quitter. I don't really care. So that expectations, we all face that. Okay, so my father wanted me to be not to be a lawyer. He wanted me to be a CSS officer. It's a thing. It's an exam you give to become a government officer, a big government officer, right? It's an exam to that, and it just has 3 chances and a criteria of age limit and everything. And my father wanted me to give that, and for that he literally gave me a room. It has air condition. Nobody ever actually bothered me for anything. All I have to do is just study and prepare for that exam. And I did. And I failed it. Because of course I failed it. Because I don't know. Like how would I know? I failed it. And when I saw the result, like the result came out on the computer and my father saw it that I failed it, the look on his face was like, I cannot explain that. I cannot explain that. All the motivation to give that exam again, because that's what you do. It's a very difficult exam. It's a very difficult exam. You have to write thousands of words in very few, literally in minutes. It's hard, and I failed it, and I know I will fail it. He know I will fail it, but the look on his face was like somebody stabbed me or something. And I was a kid, like not kid, but I'm still a teenager. I don't know what to do. And of course, like the only option I had was like, okay, I'm just gonna suicide because I am of no worth now. And I took my father's blood pressure medication, ate them all, went to bed. My little baby brother saw me and he told mama, like, she did something. They made me puke it. Everything happened. And I know so many people who does that just because when they see their parents as like we cannot fulfill their expectations, we are of no worth. It's very difficult to feel. And you cannot talk about mental health in our households. You have to just suck it up and move on. And that's what I did. Of course, I sucked it up and I moved on. I decided not to take exam again. I decided to go a different route. He is still not happy till this day. He is not happy about it. He's like, if you have done it, you would have been in Pakistan. I can see you every day. He doesn't care what I'm doing. Or so I know when Farhan was going through it. I know when Farhan was doing it. It's like middle class family doing everything for their child to become something. It's different. And when Raju suicided, when Raju actually jumped out of his window, he did not jump out of because of the pressure of the study. He jumped out because Virus is mean. Oh my Virus actually made him choose between him and Rancho. So he's like, I cannot choose any of them. He suicided because of that. But again, nobody's talking about the mental pressure Virus is actually putting on the students. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little story. I'm happy, I'm safe, and I'm here. And I know nobody should do that, but
Mm.
I think we all go through something. So yeah.
We are very glad you're here, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
feeling vulnerable enough to
Thank
share that.
you.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
So let's move on to our favorite segment of the podcast, Director's Cut. I really am enjoying this, listening to it every single time. So, Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you now.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Okay.
Okay.
So Director's Cut segment is where we act out some of the scenes from the films in real time without any rehearsal at all. And
Oh.
we just have fun with it. So hopefully our listeners get a little bit of a take of what the films were and a little tease, if you will. So the first scene I have picked here, this is the conversation that Rancho had with Virus after Joyce took his own life, and Rancho really confronting him about it because he's pretty furious. I thought it was a pivotal scene. I thought it'd be fun to include here. Is there a part that speaks to anybody? Anybody want to do?
I'm sort of wanting to
Mark-
play Virus because I feel like I can channel my angry teacher voice. I'm gonna pull my Miss Nelson voice.
Miss
And I'm
Nelson,
going to
if you
think
have
about
to.
all
I
those
wanna see
students who didn't want to learn. I'm going to channel my anger towards them.
Najaf, do you want to be Rancho?
No, you gonna I want you to do Rancho actually.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll be Rancho then, I guess.
Action.
How dare you blame me for Joy's suicide? If one student can't handle the pressure, is it our fault? Life is full of pressures. Will you always blame others?
I don't blame you, sir. I blame the system. Look at these statistics. India ranks number 1 in suicides. Every 90 minutes, a student attempts suicide. Suicide is a bigger killer than disease. Something is terribly wrong, sir.
I can't speak for the rest, but this is one of the finest colleges in the country. I've run this place for 32 years. We were ranked 28th. Now we're number 1.
What's the point, sir? They don't discuss any new ideas or inventions. They discuss grades, jobs, settling in the United States. They teach how to get good scores. They don't even teach engineering.
Now you will teach me how to teach?
Cut.
Yay! It
And
was so good.
And then they, of course, run off to the classroom, and there's that whole thing where he writes the imaginary phrase on the board. That was great.
Yeah, his friend's name.
Yes.
Farhanitis and Raju something. It was
Yes.
very hilarious. Very chemistry.
Yes.
Loved it.
He actually proved the point at that point that you can write anything, and then no offense to nerds, but they will just try to find something out of it. But that word means nothing. If you just read it, you will find it. It just says Farhan and Raju. That's it.
It's
I think
right
that
there.
was the point they were trying to make over there.
And then when Rancho highlighted that moment, he's out. After I wrote that on the chalkboard, did you feel this curiosity? Like, what is it? This expectation, like, I'm going to learn something, that excitement. I'm like, we need to capture that. That's what learning should be about, not being first.
Yeah.
And I've seen this play out in other films where the teacher will put the student up there. Okay, well, you teach, blah, blah. And the student usually, I think 90% of the time in these films, withers away and just can't teach the class. They don't know what to do. They're like, I can't teach anything. So I was really surprised when the turn was that Rancho could actually teach. So to me, I thought that was an impressive moment, and he really did school Virus.
Yeah, overall the film they actually established that Rancho actually makes things easier for you to understand. The way he made Pia understand that his fiancé is just a jerk, all that things. He's really good at making things easier.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of, that scene too! So,
Yay!
Scene 2 is the wedding scene. So yes, this is when the guys at this point, they've been thrown out of all of their houses. Nobody's feeding them anymore, and they decide to crash a wedding. Evidently, the wrong wedding. We'll get into that later. But they crash a wedding to get some food, and then of course Rancho sees this lovely ingenue in Pia, and he wants to shoot a shot. So I think there is parts for everybody in this. I didn't write down the fiance's name.
I will be Pia.
It's an ensemble piece. Is it? Oh no! Wait, hold on. I think I might have it. Is it Suhas?
Suhas. Yes, Suhas.
Okay. All right. So
Suhas.
I guess I'll be Suhas.
Matt, what do you want to be?
I'm fine with doing either. I can be the auntie. I could be Rancho.
You choose.
Okay, I'll be Rancho.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta channel my inner bitch.
Yeah, sound mean.
Oh. No, but he also sounded like a raging homosexual. So I'm gonna really have to act with this one.
So mask.
So yeah. So this is gonna be really tough, listeners. I'm gonna try.
Action.
Pia, what the hell is this? Why are you wearing this ancient piece of junk? What will people say? My fiance, a doctor in the making, wearing a cheap $200 watch? Please take it off. Thank you.
Hi, handsome.
Hi, Auntie. Oh, you're looking good.
Hey, don't miss my set, darling.
Rubies?
Mandalay set.
Mandalay. Oh, wow.
Hey, let's go meet David.
Of course.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
May I take the glass?
Why?
So you don't break my head.
Why would I do that?
For the free advice I will now impart.
What?
Don't marry that ass.
Excuse me?
He's not a human. He's a price tag.
Listen.
He'll turn your life into a nightmare of brands and prices. He'll ruin your life. Your future will be finished. Want a demonstration?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I find the price of his shoes? I won't ask. He'll announce it himself.
Oh my god, what the hell? Mint sauce on my $300 shoes.
Run for your life. It's free advice. Take it or leave it.
Cut.
Yay!
Again, I really had to act with that one.
Mm-hmm.
You did it really good.
Thank you.
Did it really good.
I love that we see this over and over again.
And it's kind of clever how the ways that it pops up at different times. It's so cleverly written.
Mm-hmm.
Those scenes,
Yeah.
I love them. And I like how the mint sauce, it comes in at the end. Does it come in at the end, or does it come in I think it comes in at another scene when he's trying to make a point, right?
Yeah, it mentions
The
the
other
mint
scene,
sauce
yeah.
because that happens at the beginning. Yeah.
It's a very nice
Yeah.
through line. I
Yeah,
really
it
appreciate
is.
that.
Okay, for scene 3, this was my pick, and this is at the 53-minute mark because that's where I was when I was scripting it. And so Virus pulled in Farhan and Raju into his office and was like, you would be more successful and better students if you moved in with Chatur. And so then Raju and Farhan go back to, they're in the dorm restrooms and they are talking things over with what Virus had to tell them. So who we have, we need a Rancho, Raju, and Farhan.
I'll be Farhan.
Okay.
Amy, you don't want to do it? I mean, it's your scene.
Amy should
I
be
just did 2 of
Raju.
them.
Like Raju is the main character. You should be Raju.
Yeah.
Like Raju is
Raju?
ranting that.
Oh, yeah, Raju? Okay, yeah. I'll pull out my pitiful voice.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, I need a
Who is Rancho?
Rancho.
Okay,
Rancho.
I'll do Rancho.
Okay.
Action.
Raju, don't worry. This is Virus's move to split us. Divide and rule.
I have to worry. He grades us, and I need good grades for a good job. Unlike you, I don't have a rich dad I can live off of.
Shut up, Raju.
Must we follow all his hogwash? All is well, all is well. I won't be his flunky like you.
You're crossing the line now.
No, I'm drawing one. I have a family to support. Now, listeners, you need to cue in your head the sad, pathetic music that comes on as I'm saying the rest. Dad's medicine swallow up mom's pension. My sister can't marry because they want a car and the dowry. Mom hasn't bought a single sari in 5 years.
Now, don't get your mom's wardrobe into this debate.
By the way, how many saris per annum is reasonable?
Hey, no wisecracks about mom.
We'll study with all our heart, but not just for grades. To quote a wise one, study to be accomplished, not affluent. Follow excellence and success will chase you. Pants down!
Which wise one says this? His Holiness Guru Ranchadadas? Go rot in the bogs.
Raju, don't stress. We'll top in our class. Nothing is impossible.
Now, I'm taking out a tube of toothpaste, holding out Farhan's hand, and I squeeze it into his hand and say, oh yeah? Shove this back into the tube.
Cut.
Like, he's actually making a point. Nothing is
Yeah.
impossible. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, that's great. I love, I love doing director's cut and like participating, but there's been multiple times where I've just been like a spectator just to watch you guys blow it out of the water, which happened again. And I'm like, yes, I'm glad I got to listen to that because that was awesome. Well, listeners, we have reached the rewrites portion of the podcast. So in this portion, we go around the room and we ask everybody, if you were in charge of making this film, is there something you would change? And what is that?
I have an idea. I think for me, Rancho was one of my favorite characters. I love Rancho. I think he was a little too perfect until when they're all drinking on the steps and the two friends say to him, you are scared to fall in love. And I wish that maybe we saw just a little more of that throughout the whole piece because he was a little too perfect at times. I like that we got to see that vulnerability pointed out on the steps, but I think I just wanted it threaded through a bit more. That's probably the only thing that I would rewrite.
You know, I'm going to piggytail off of that because I sort of feel like, at the beginning, how I was like, each character has a fear that we're learning through. And I don't like Pia has a fear of, I don't know, she might have been a little too perfect too. I would have liked to seen her have a fear for her to overcome that was a little bit more monumental than just getting rid of
Her dad was virus.
Yeah, her dad was virus, but even that
Not
didn't
That's a big
seem
enough
to
fear.
stop her. Well, yeah. And then the other thing I would change about virus, I can't stand it when pants are above the belly button. It just, and I know it's meant
That's
to
what
be
she's
cheesy,
saying.
Oh my god.
but it's just so.
It wasn't the Velcro shirt. It was his pants above
It
his
was-
belly
It
button.
was his
Yes, not the
Okay.
clip-on tie.
No.
It was the pants being way too high.
Oh God!
That's the
And
one
the
thing I would change.
posture.
I think I
posture
would
that he
go
had.
for Chanchers to have a little more closure to it. Like in 10 years, living in San Francisco, working for some big tech company, I kind of want to see some kind of maturity in his character, but they showed nothing. He was still a guy who he was in the university. They showed no progress in his character. I would rather actually have wanted to see because when you move out of country, even if he was doing it for money, he has to go through something. Like he got a job, he's living there, he got a $3 million mention, he's showing it off. There would be some changes to his character. I would rather have seen that thing, but that what I would change.
That's a really good point.
So there's a couple of edits, a couple of tweaks, a couple of small tweaks I would do. We were talking about character development, and one of the things that came across in this is we never really get introduced to Rancho ever because he exists as an enigma through the film and he ends as an enigma. We don't know how he ended up where he was at, what happened, where his life was at that stage at the end, and we don't know really who he even is at the beginning because it's all a lie. So who was that guy that we just witnessed? It wasn't Rancho. But anyway, so there's that. I'd edit that because he was the main character, and we ended up not knowing him. So there's that. And then the other thing I would edit is editing. I would condense it down a little bit because I don't think that this movie needed to be 3 hours long. I felt like it was a little long for my enjoyment.
So can I just push your first edits? Just push it a little bit more because you're right. And the very first thing that I wrote down in my notes as I started this movie again was, who is Rancho? And we are answering that question throughout. But for me, in the end, what I think the beauty was, it doesn't matter what you're called, what you're doing, like, who are you as a person? Names aside, throw the conventions aside. You are not your career. You are not your name. You are a person in how you treat others.
Your actions, yeah.
Yeah. And so I sort of liked that it's like, okay, we are calling him Rancho, but then we learned this is a completely different person. But does it change who he is? It doesn't.
No.
The name doesn't matter.
At all.
It's pretty powerful.
Good point.
It was,
Yeah.
really good point.
Yeah. Well, moving on to standouts. This is a portion where if there's something that we enjoyed about the film that didn't get touched upon during the discussion, we can toss it in here. So what do you guys think? You got any standouts you want to mention in this film?
The All Is Well thing. Sorry, Amy.
No, please.
The All Is Well thing. It was they made it a song that All Is Well. The scene where she gave birth to a child and he says All Is Well and he comes to life and everything. I know All Is Well. And when Virus said that, yeah, he can be a footballer, they actually, at the end of the movie, they did show Virus to think a little different. He did not said engineer instead of footballer, but they showed no change in Chatur. So yeah, that scene was really important. It was a very long scene, so I just wanted to talk about it.
I freaking loved all the music and like even the sound effects. Like I said, when in the director's cut, cue the cheesy music, cue the cheesy sound effects, boing, and like these things that you're just, I guess as an American audience, we are not used to hearing sound effects that go with it. And like the music, it was used so well. Not only did you have like thematic music, so the scenes between Pia and Rancho, like that love scene, there was Zooby Dooby. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was really
beautiful.
good.
But you would hear different iterations of that music whenever they were together. Or when you had the three idiots together, they had their own music. But then also they would have these songs and the lyrics would be like a foreshadowing. It was like a narrator, like the music performed as a narrator to help move the movie along during those times. So the music and the sound effects, totally all on board for it. Is that a typical thing that they do for Bollywood
in
movies?
Bollywood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's music is a very big part of Bollywood. This actually specific movie does not have bunch of songs in it, but yes, Bollywood is very big on music. And the first song, which actually the guitar guy, the Joy actually was singing, was actually talking about, like, it's been so long, let us live. Dude, please let us live for once. I just want to start again. I want to go back to my childhood. That song was like very, very touchy and everything. So yeah, there are a few good songs in it.
Well, and yeah, because when you put it to music, like it's poetry, like it's so beautiful in describing the tone of the movie and like what you're supposed to be getting out of it. Like it's very, the words in those songs as the narration are very deep and
Very
beautifully written.
you can relate to them
Mhm.
or relate to that feeling. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think for me, two stands out. I really appreciated the saying "all is well." I like how it's threaded through, especially I appreciate that in the beginning. I really appreciated how Raju kind of has that moment where he's in his dorm and it's kind of like his meditation. He's got his thing that he's doing, and initially it kind of comes off as he's, I don't know, a little anxious. I do think that that Raju has anxiety. I will say that. I think he's got anxiety.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, but
Definitely.
I appreciate that, at the beginning when he's there, it looks like he's just saying this mantra, just this generic mantra just to help himself cope. But it's threaded throughout and it kind of helps him to find peace, and it sets a tone of peace for other situations. So I really like that. Second thing that I really like is just the film's commitment to just going there with a tonal shift. Again, when we go to, is it? It's not Farhan. Is it
Raju.
Farhan's house? It is Raju's house. When we
Raju.
go to
Raju.
Raju's house and everything goes to black and white, love it.
Mhm.
Love it.
Mark, what's a standout moment for you?
Amy and I were actually talking about this in the car earlier today, but I love the fact that this movie confused the crap out of me. Now, that sounds like a negative, but it's not for me, because this podcast, Cinema Z, is based around exposing myself to new and different cinema that I haven't seen before, because I'm tired of the same old BS that is in a lot of the cinema. Like I like the art house films, the independent films, the foreign films, like that show me something different that I haven't been exposed to before. And this film did it from the start of the film to the end of the film, just bringing me this way and that way and up and down. And I'm like, okay, well, like we were talking about, like, wait a minute, all of a sudden it's black and white. Wait, what the heck? Wait, all of a sudden they burst out into song. I didn't know this was a musical. Like, wait a minute, wait, all of a sudden they're dealing with suicide. I thought this was a comedy, and it was just so many different turns and twists that I was never, bored with the story that they were telling me or the way they were telling it. And it was beautifully shot, beautifully acted, a really interesting, dynamic script, unlike any that I've probably been exposed to. So yeah, mad props to the filmmakers for taking on such a daunting project and telling it in such a bold, fresh, and different way.
I guess. I guess one last thing I would mention, just because I look at this movie and I look at just the element of you have the students and you have the teachers, and there's this little opposition happening here. And I don't know if anyone has ever heard of Spring Awakening, the straight play or the musical, but there are just some similarities there between this opposition between the students and the professors, and just this stone cold rigidness with how they approach life, and with the students who are in need of knowledge. I saw some similarities in this movie and in the musical and in the straight play itself. I know this is a very odd connection, but listeners, if you like musicals, check out Spring Awakening. If you prefer plays, check out the straight play. The straight play came out first before the musical did, but check that out. There's some small similarities there. That's all.
Well, guys, final thoughts. Now, for this one, it only seemed right to give out grades. We usually do between 1 to 5 something or others, usually. This is the first time, guys, but we're just going to give out grades like we're back in school. So you get an A, B, C, D, or F. So what did everybody think about the film? What grade are you going to give this film?
Definitely A. Definitely A. Definitely. It had everything. You are connected to it. It does not let you get bored. You get to see the end to. I get to see Pia and Rancho having their ending, beautiful ending. I love it. A. Happy ending.
Yeah, I gotta go A as well. This movie had everything: music, wonderful, relatable characters, wonderful life lessons, which are like my favorite thing. It's like, how can I be a better person? Watch this movie and you will see a lot of ways that you can be better. I almost feel like giving it an A minus because sort of to what you were saying, Matt, like Rancho's just a little too perfect. He makes it a little too easy that it's like, oh, just follow your passion and success will follow. And again, maybe that's my fear talking, which is exactly what the movie's talking about. So it's this struggle that we have that the movie points out perfectly. Listeners, if you love romances, this is it. To have Pia and Rancho, like when Rancho tells her, did you have the slow motion of your hair waving? Did you hear the wind was singing to you? Then no, don't marry him. And I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. I love that idea. I believe in it. And because I feel like it's your way of finding the right person. So it's got a beautiful love message as well. So yes, definitely an A minus, but we won't go under 90. No, we won't cause
No, there
anyone's
is no way.
mental pressure, nothing, just 90. So I'll give it an A minus.
Yeah, I got to piggyback off of that. I'll give it an A minus for the same reason. And honestly, thinking about it, I think that Rancho's the love story between him and Pia, I think that could have been like its own movie rom-com. I would have watched that. It's
Totally.
very unique in the way that he shows her who her fiance is. I've never seen anything like that. So
This movie
Just
needed
aside.
more Pia. Sorry. Because
Agreed.
it got cooking when we got introduced to her. It was like Trading Places when we get introduced to
Jamie Lee
Curtis.
Ah.
Then it started cooking. It was the same here. It's like, okay, now we have everybody together. Now we have our team. So for me, I still think it's a good film. Still recommend the film. I'm not gonna go too low, but for me personally, like I said, it's a little long and a little confusing, and so I gotta give it a B. But it's still a B, so it's still passing.
It's because of you we are at 90. Otherwise, we would have passed for like 94.8 something. It's because of you we have lost those 4 points.
Najaf, all is well.
I am becoming my parents.
It's still a B.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well. ये तो बलात्कार हो गया. All is well.
I love it.
What else can you listen to on the BQN? Replicate yourself a mug of hot chocolate and join Amy, Mark, Christos, and Kelvin as they discuss everything and anything in the Star Trek universe on All Good Things. Boost yourself with an energy drink and join Davey on YouTube and Twitch for reviews and live streams of classic, cheap, and sometimes more recent video games on Bargain Bin Gamer. Brew yourself a pot of coffee and join Jeremiah to discuss Star Trek Voyager on The Captain's Couch. Mix your favorite cocktail and join Mark and Matt at Cinema Z to discuss the films you probably missed but should definitely check out. Pour a cup of tea, Earl Grey, hot, and listen to Stephen and Keith as they discuss the next generation of Trek on Galaxy Class. Get yourself something caffeinated and learn an interesting bit of history with Chrissy and Jason on History with the Szilagys. Have a bowl of Flomeek soup and join Thad and Chrissy and a guest to discuss new episodes of Star Trek as they are released on Infinite Diversity. Have something to sharpen your mind and put your Trek knowledge to the test with the Treksperts quiz. Take a bite out of something that didn't seem edible and join Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley covering all things in New Trek, including that show that is Trek in all but name, The Orville, on Union Federation. Get your Sunday brunch ready for The View Screen, a live weekly talk show hosted by Kelvin and Amy with featured guests talking about all things Trek. Pour a glass of wine and spill some tea with Christos while he discusses current Trek news and events and explores the world of fandom via guest interviews, all with an LGBTQIA+ perspective on What's the Tea, Bev? And Patreon members get to pass around that green bottle of Aldebaran whiskey once a month on the round table, and they can listen to It's Green with Mark White and Amy's Math Moments.
Well, Mark, what are we going to be talking about next week? Oh, hey. I'm literally reading next week's episode instead of Matt because I want to give my reason for why I picked this episode.
I was like, is that my line? Oh, man.
No. I wanted to read it because next week's episode is a special movie for me. It introduced me to a director that has become one of my favorite directors It stars one of my favorite actors. The ensemble cast is phenomenal. This movie I watch, listeners, I probably watch this film every week, all year, multiple times.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little obsessed. So that's why I wanted to introduce the film. I also bought it for Matt for Christmas, so you have a copy already. And I want to make sure you finally watch it. That's why I roped it in for this week. Because I was like, all right, he hasn't watched it yet. I want him to watch it, so we'll make it a Cinema Z. The movie, ladies and gentlemen, is Dead Man. It's a 1995 American acid western film written and directed by Jim Jarmusch. It stars Johnny Depp, Gary Farmer, Billy Bob Thornton, Iggy Pop, Crispin Glover, John Hurt, Michael Wincott, Lawrence Hinkinson, Gabriel Byrne, Millie Avitel, and Robert Mitchum. The movie is set in the late 1800s. It follows William Blake, a meek accountant on the run after murdering a man in self-defense. He has a chance encounter with an enigmatic Native American spirit guide named Nobody, who believes Blake is the reincarnation of the visionary English poet William Blake. Described by Jim Jarmusch, the director, as a psychedelic western, the film is shot entirely in monochrome. Neil Young composed the guitar-dominated soundtrack with portions he improvised while watching movie footage. This movie I just love on so many levels, and I'm excited for everybody to check it out.
I can already say that there's a Star Trek connection, but I'll keep quiet about it. I'll save it for next week. There's a major Star Trek connection in this movie already.
There is. There's a major Star Trek connection?
Yes, there is a major one.
I'm looking forward to hearing that one, because I don't know, and again, I've seen it way too many times.
I'm so surprised. Okay, I mean it's a major one to me in regards to the cast here, because I see someone that was in Star Trek, but I'll save that for next week.
Really? I'm looking.
It wasn't Billy Bob Thornton.
No.
Oh, it was Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop
Yes.
was in Star Trek.
Yes,
Oh.
Iggy Pop was in Deep Space Nine.
He was the Avorta.
Yes, he was a Vorta in the Magnificent Ferengi.
I thought you meant like a major role, like not just a one-off, but okay.
Matt always finds the Star Trek connection for our
Yay.
listeners. But yeah, I did mention this movie, I think, way back months ago when we were discussing some other film. And yeah, so here we go, listeners. If you didn't check it out then, check it out now.
And I will be checking it out too. At this point, we would love to hear what you thought of today's episode, and we hope you'll join our Facebook group, the BQN Collective, to continue our discussion there. You can also send your thoughts to @CinemaZPod on Twitter and BlueSky, and let us know if you'd like to recommend a film. Please follow the network on Twitter, BlueSky, and Instagram @BQN Podcasts.
So, Matt, where can people find you when you are not building a career on something that you are insanely passionate about?
Oh, I'm doing that pretty much most of the time. When I am not doing that, you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and I think Threads as well, on @1701BLERD. Got a web series about a gay black nerd that uses Star Trek to cope with life. Third episode is dropping soon because I'm getting my music done. I'm done with my editing, so now I've got my composer doing all the stuff. So, Amy, where can people find you when you are not building drones and using portable cameras to be a voyeur and look into people's homes?
Ooh.
Well, when I'm not doing that, which is all the time, I'm never doing that.
Our neighbors are like, oh shit, I'm going
Yeah.
to close the blinds.
Wait, you know what? I am HOA president, so that would be pretty helpful to see if there's any infractions going on.
Yeah.
Good thing no one in the community listens to my podcast. So listen, you can hear me on the network here at BQN, where I'm doing a little fun thing called the View Screen, which is live on YouTube. It is a Trek theme talk show that we have every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. So find us there on YouTube. I also podcast more things on Star Trek Union Federation. That covers the new Star Trek. So nothing's going on right now, but when we're getting Discovery coming up, I will be doing that weekly. And then we have with Mark, All Good Things. It is on hiatus right now, but it's coming back in April. So don't fear, you can hear me there. But listen, if you want to actually talk to me, please go to BQN Collective. It's our Facebook group, and that's where you can find me. So Najaf, where can people find you when you aren't crashing weddings?
I actually have done that.
You have?
So
I'm not
there is
shocked.
a chance. There is a chance of me doing that. I might. I might. I don't have a bunch of social media. I'm a very private person, but you can find me on Snapchat, I guess. It's NJF143 and that's it. Back to you, Amy. I'm high now.
Okay.
So, on that note, please hit the subscribe
No,
button.
Matt.
Just kidding.
Ask Mark.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that she... Oh,
I know,
oh,
well, she's high. So Matt,
That's
step
And
up.
I am thinking of something.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I was not prepared. But Mark, where can people find you when? Oh, it's dirty. No.
Yes, do it. That one. Yes.
It's the end of the show. No one listens to the end, so do it.
Can I refer to dildo or
Yes.
no?
Go for it.
Yes.
Go.
Where can people find you when you are not using your dildo?
Well,
Sorry, it was very direct, but
it's-
I'm high and
it's big and black, and
I know.
it works like
I've seen it.
16 hours a day a lot.
Not the dildo guys. Not the dildo guys. The guys. Sorry.
It's taking
Not the
taking
dildo
a coffee
guy.
break right now. It's taking a 10.
It's recharging.
He's recharging.
Well, listeners, you can find me at BlueSky at MW207. It's also the same handle I use on a lot of things. But yeah, I'm also on the Facebook group, the BQN Collective. And All Good Things when that comes back in April. Please hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a star rating and written review that helps others to find the show. You can also follow the entire network's podcast with our master feed by searching BQN.
At this point, we would like to thank our great leader, one in charge over here, our associate producer, Amy Nelson.
We bow to your greatness.
Yes. A special thanks to Las Marquez for our original show art.
This week's very special opening and closing music is titled Field Recordings from India by Bruce Miller.
From the Free Music Archive, providing royalty-free music for content creators.
So I think instead of, bowing, I need to see the pants come down and you slapping your asses. That's the clap. That's what I need.
The same way.
Yes. Listeners, if you'd like to help us keep all of our shows coming to you each week, you can become a patron on the network on Patreon. We will add you to the Hive Mind Facebook group so you can enjoy It's Green, Amy's Math Moments, and other network perks with a monthly subscription. And $5 or more, you can join our meetings on the Hive Mind Roundtable discussion happening every once in a while.
That's accurate.
It's accurate. So please visit patreon.com/BQN to get all the details and watch your messages.
Thank you for listening.
We hope you can.
All is
well.
This leaves you feeling all warm and gooey inside.
Oh, I like being warm and gooey inside.
Yeah, me too. Not like the other times, but this is a very special time.
My brain is very dirty.
You're also high, and I think I want to get high.
Yeah. So let's end this. Let's go get high.
Let's all get high.
Let's go.